it all.
You said that your mother was average height. What do you mean by average height?
5'5",
Oh, okay.
and she weighed about 185 pounds.
Because you already said what your dad was 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
Dark brown hair, very blue eyes.
Yep.
And about how much, do you know how much he weighed?
Oh, he was husky. What would he weigh, Nori? About 180 when he was in his prime?
Yeah, about that, 180, 85.
Grandpa Jens, yeah. He had that big chest, you know, like Jerry has, and, well, Neil's got a big chest too, doesn't he?
Mm. So
How
you,
about-
oh, go ahead.
How about Karen?
Oh, she was a short little guy.
I know.
Well, when Gordy and I were about 9 and 10 years old, we were so proud we could see over Grandma. I suppose she was about 5 feet. That's about all. But she made up for it in the width too, you know. You just look at Joyce Wittenbach. That's Grandma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about Grandpa Soren? Did anybody have you ever heard how tall they said he was?
Well, I suppose in his youth he'd be close to 6, wouldn't he have been,
I think he
Roy?
was 6'1".
Yeah.
6'6", you said?
No.
No,
6.
Oh, 6.
6 feet
6'1".
or 6'1".
That was pretty tall.
Yeah.
He was a tall man.
Yeah.
It's like
That's where the Fabers, Perlip and them got their height from.
Yeah. His grandma's family, they were all quite short.
I guess Karen's dad was shorter than 5 feet. That's
He was
what-
short.
That's what I had heard.
I got a picture someplace of him.
You too.
I don't know if it's in that, book that I was
Now you said that the wash wasn't done on a regular basis, but was there anything done on a weekly basis that every Sunday you did this or every
Oh,
Monday?
every Sunday, either we had company or we went out to Grandma or something. We went visiting Sunday afternoons. And we always cleaned our house on Saturdays. And cleaning and baking, both, I should say.
What sort of chores did everyone have? You were mentioning the wash, that everybody had a hand in that. What other sort of chores?
Well, that was women's work, you know, the washing. This was before women's lib, Marnie.
Yeah. So
And they had milking, they had feeding and milking, the farmers, you know. Feeding cattle, milking, pigs to feed, barns to clean. They never ran out of work.
yeah. So there was a division in what the men did and the women did. then.
Oh, definitely. Oh, my, yes.
So what would your dad never do?
Well, I don't know. He wasn't much good at cooking, that's for sure.
Would your mother help out outside in the farm work if
She helped with milking. And if Dad needed, when they mowed hay, she would help with that. Otherwise, she didn't.
Did you find a picture of Nielsen?
Yeah.
Nielsen? Oh, okay, I've got that picture. Yeah.
Yep.
What,
Wish
you
I had
want a
another one
picture
where
of
you
what?
can see his face better.
Did you want a picture of Karen, was that it?
No, it was Karen's dad.
Oh,
That's the only
oh.
one I have is Nils Nielsen, of Nils Nielsen. Yeah, that's that grandmother book that Robin gave me several years ago, this one here.
Yeah, I think those are really neat.
Gotta finish it. I got one
It's,
too.
I'm not
grandpa.
quite finished with it. And I had to take a few pictures out, but I'll get it back in again for the,
My parents met at neighborhood party. They were married, so I'm favored.
Did your parents have nicknames for each other? So when they called each other, they called each other by name, or what did they say to
pretty
each other?
much, Jens and Katrina.
Katrina.
Katrina,
And Jens or Jens?
Jens.
Jens with
Oh.
a J, hard J.
Oh, yes, a hard J. Yeah, you bet. Mother spoke very well, you know, she wasn't a foreigner.
Well, you guys always talk Dane,
Yeah,
so I didn't know how much of the.
oh no. Mother said we lived in America, you know. There were no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
But apparently Catherine and Jens must have spoke Dane all the time because you kids didn't learn English until you were 4 and 5,
Yeah.
according to your
That's right, yeah,
story. So
that's right. But they wanted us to be fluent in English, which we were. But it's kind of a job to learn 2 languages when you're, but you learn faster when you're small than
Oh,
when
yeah.
you get older.
So how do you fit in with your siblings? Are you the oldest then?
No, Gordy was a year older than I.
Okay, do you remember their birth dates and all that? Well, you've got that.
Yeah.
Gordy's, oh yeah, that was November 7th.
Well, that's Steve's birthday too, is November 7th.
Oh, is that right?
yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, really.
And I think it's cool that.
And mine is Halloween, you know.
Don't say it. I
Don't
won't
say it,
either.
the old witch, the old witch.
That's is that the 30th? That's the 31st.
First.
31st.
31st.
And then, was it Keith or Wayne?
Keith was 4 years younger than I, and then Wayne 15 and a half years younger.
Then the oops kid come along.
Those kid came. You know, he kind of resents that. He's kind
I
of
know you resents it.
a chip on his shoulder because he came so far behind.
He didn't like to be the oops kid.
He didn't get to grow up with us, you know.
No.
So he's like an only child.
Pretty much, yeah. And then mother was widowed, you know, and he was only 9 years old, so that's a little hard too.
You were married
Oh yeah,
when Grandpa Jens died.
oh yeah, yeah. He saw Jerry, and he thought a world of Jerry, you know, because Jerry resembled him, you know. Yeah.
Well, when I look at one picture I've got of Chris Norgard, he kind of looks like Jerry too.
Oh, it's possible.
It's maybe their wedding picture or something like that. Look at that. It looks like Jerry. How did when Grandpa Jens got sick? I mean, were you knowledgeable about it right away, or?
No, he didn't know it until he'd been sick for at least a week, maybe more. They didn't have a telephone, you know, so. But they let it go too long, and of course, it turned into peritonitis. That's poisoning of the stomach lining. Yeah.
No, he died where? In the, was it the Tyler
At
Hospital?
the hospital.
Was the family there?
Oh yeah.
So he got, apparently he was getting progressively worse, and then word got out that, hey, everybody better get together.
Well, Gordy, you know, was overseas.
Yeah.
So how was he sick then? What was What was he acting like? I mean,
Well, terrible stomach pains
stomach pains.
and bloating, that goes with that peritonitis.
How old were you when he died?
24, I think. But that, you know, penicillin was on the market. Was not on the market yet. But then 6 months later, so it was. And of course, that, if he'd gotten that, I'm sure the infection would have cleared up. So it was.
I heard that in your writing, you said that he had a beautiful voice.
Mm-hmm. Singing voice, yeah.
Am I to assume that mainly when he sang, it would be some Danish songs or some hymns, or am I in error there in assuming that?
No, he sang American songs too.
Popular songs at the time.
Well, yeah, it was mainly patriotic songs, I suppose you'd say. And Ma sang too, but nothing great. We 3 kids would sing with him, you know. That's kind of unusual, but we did.
On what kind of occasions? I mean,
Anytime,
Aw.
in the evenings. You didn't have television to look at.
What was a normal bedtime then?
I don't know. We got tired, I suppose. Depends
When the
upon-
work was done, I suppose.
Well, they had supper, I suppose,
Supper,
and then the
yeah.
dishes were done.
Yeah.
You had mentioned there about the lanterns, they had to be cleaned.
Cleaned the lamps, the lanterns, yeah.
Was it depend on the time of the year too, what time you went to
Yeah,
bed?
sure. In the wintertime, you know, as of now, your evenings are long, you know.